We all have certain aspects of life that we are naturally pulled towards. It can be art, it can be science, it can be math, it can be history, it can be sports, it can be dance. We all have that thing. Thing is, the school system has taught us that if we're not good at math, we're not good at science, if we're not good at English or writing, then we're not smart. It's bullshit. Because the thing is, intelligence isn't one-sided. It's not even two-sided. It's not even there's um intelligence, IQ, right? Logical intelligence, and there's emotional intelligence, EQ. No, no, no. There's actually way more than that. There's actually eight types of intelligence. I got my notebook in hand because I got notes, and I don't feel like putting it on this dirty ass table. We all have these things. Let me read out to you all the eight types of intelligence. Before I get into that, my name is Jaden. Call me Jay. You can call me JC. You can call me Dubs. I'm here to just help people out, help young men out. People like myself, people who were struggling in the past. Now, I will preface by saying this. I got a positive feedback loop in school because I am a logical thinker. But if you're not, that's okay. Because the thing is, all of these intelligence types, they can all be leveled up. As long as you get the right exposure to the right material, as long as you practice and you get reps in, all of your skills can be leveled up. Now let me go through the eight types. We'll discuss more. Number 1, linguistic intelligence. Intelligence with words, with language. Being able to speak, being able to write. Coming up with the correct way to express things in the spoken language or the written language. Number 2, logical, critical thinking intelligence. This comes with numbers, with puzzles, with abstract concepts, mental models, math, science. There's interpersonal intelligence. This is social intelligence. Being able to read other people, being able to feel other people, empathy, social skills. There's intrapersonal intelligence, which is being able to understand yourself, having high levels of self-awareness, understanding what's going on in your feelings, your thoughts, that kind of thing. There's musical intelligence when it comes to tones, when it comes to pitch, when it comes to understanding how sounds work and being able to identify one just like that. Being able to notice if a tone is off, if a pitch isn't right, if a note wasn't hit correctly. There's visual or spatial intelligence, which is your ability to perceive the space in the world and how it fits together, how it navigates together. This is puzzles. This is driving. This is like pictures, actually, when it comes to art, drawing, painting, things like that. There is naturalistic intelligence, nature, being able to have a unique pull towards the bio life, towards nature, being in nature, going on walks in nature, on hikes, really taking in the environment and understanding it well, being able to connect to it, connecting to that energy. And the last one, we have kinesthetic intelligence, which has to do with the coordination between the mind and the body. This is for sports. This is for dance. There are 8 types of intelligence. Thing is, the school system says if you're not logical intelligence, if that's not your strong suit, you're an idiot. What the fuck kind of shit is that? We all have usually 1, maybe 2 things that we're naturally pulled towards, that we're naturally very good at. But the school system said, if you can't do math or science, or if you can't do words, you can't do English, you can't write well, you're an idiot. What the fuck is that? You're not an idiot. You just don't fit in with one of those 2, and that's perfectly okay. There are plenty of people who aren't that good at math, who are amazing musicians. There are plenty of people who aren't that great at writing, who can paint and express themselves through art, through visuals. There are plenty of people who aren't that good at being athletic, who can't really dance well, who aren't really great at sports, who are amazing when it comes to understanding nature, when it comes to understanding the world around them. We all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses, and that's okay. But the system has said, you have to fit this certain model, you have to be a square instead of the star you are. It's fucking bullshit. It drives me mad, bro. It actually drives me mad. If you want to learn more about your specific type, if you don't know which one you naturally feel pulled towards, maybe you have two. Like for me, I've always been a logical thinker, always, but I'm also very empathetic. And so my two strongest are logistical thinking or logistical intelligence, and it's also interpersonal intelligence, understanding the world around me, understanding how people react to each other, being able to understand emotions just like that, being able to tell somebody's mood at the glimpse of a face through their body language. I've always been able to pick up on these things very well. And that's why I feel like when it comes to me, what I'm so good at, when it comes to my unique gift, what I can give to the world, it's being able to take in knowledge. It's being able to take in these facts and being able to filter them through my unique ability and then relay that to people. It's being able to hear people. It's being able to connect to people and then use that logistical knowledge that I have, use that empathy that I have to connect with them, to give them a message that they need to hear. Or maybe it's just to be an ear for them. These are things I've always loved to do. These are things that I've always been inclined to do. A lot of us aren't exactly like me. There are some people like me. And if you are, pound it. Respect, dog. But if you're not, that's awesome. Pound that shit too. You feel me? You're you, and that's who you should be. But the system has said, you have to fit this certain mold. And you know why? It's because they want us to be factory workers. It's because they want us to be slaves for the corporate man, to sit in offices, to work for all the large companies, to conform instead of building our own. That shit is trash. Ah, fuck. John Notebook. That shit is trash. And that's why I've made it my mission to fight that system. To say, fuck that shit. We're all special. We all have our unique talents. We all have these things that we're naturally inclined towards, and we should give into these strengths. If we want to work on our weaknesses, let's do that too. But we should always lean into the things we're good at. And forever, either it was the school system, it was our parents, it was our friends, it was society in general. They were like, nah. You can't be you. Be this person. You can't live the life you want. Live the life I want you to live. It's fucked. And that's why depression is as high as it's ever been. Anxiety is as high as it's ever been. Suicide is as high as it's ever been. Because people are living lies. People are living lies. People are living lives that were put onto them rather than the lives that they chose to live for themselves. I was doing that for a long time. I thought I wanted to be in the STEM field. I thought I wanted to be an engineer from age 6 to age 14, 15. And after I was like, I don't want to be an engineer during sophomore year of high school, I felt so fucking lost. I was lost. And until I was like, yo, how about I take my love for science, I take my love for STEM, for understanding the world, my love for knowledge, and I combine that with my love to help people, with my ability to understand people. Let's bring these two together. That's why I make YouTube videos. That's why I try to help people. That's why I try to teach people the things that I've been learning, the lessons I've learned, whether that comes through life lessons, whether that comes to the stuff that I've learned as I've leveled up in my self-improvement journey, my mental health journey. Maybe it's just stuff that I've learned while watching a podcast. That's how I got this video idea. I was watching a podcast, a Huberman podcast with an author, Robert Greene. You've probably heard of a couple of his books. The 48 Laws of Power, The Laws of Human Nature. He's an amazing author. And he brought this to my attention and I was like, holy fuck. This is exactly what I've been talking about. Let me ask you a question. What are the things that you used to do as a child, let's say between the ages of 3 and 8 years old? What are those things that you just love to do, that you just naturally felt inclined to do, that you're no longer doing? I can guarantee you that's a factor to why you don't feel satisfied. That's a factor to why you lack fulfillment in life. I guarantee it. Because for years, I was denying myself. I think I'm also very strong when it comes to spatial awareness. I think that's my number 3 easily. I've always loved to draw. Always. I think I'm very good when it comes to putting puzzles together, when it comes to analyzing the world. That's why I feel like I'm a great driver. It's all spatial awareness. I think my spatial awareness is insane. But from age 10 to age 19, I was completely denying that. Except when I was driving. And when I was driving, I was in love. But when I would see other people drawing, I was like, what the fuck? I'm so jealous right now. Why am I not doing that? I was making YouTube videos when I was 8 years old. And yeah, I had my stints of trying to help out the homies when they'd come to me, ask for advice. Maybe I was in class helping them out. But I wasn't combining my two biggest strengths. My ability to learn, my ability to think logically, to analyze, and my ability to help people, to express, to try to guide people through their journeys, or at least assist them. Be right there, right next to you. That's something I've always loved. And it's something that I was denying myself for so long. What are these things that you've been denying yourself? If you don't know right now, I really challenge you to think on it. Go on a walk. Ask yourself, what are these things that I feel pulled towards? What are these desires that I have? You have to ask yourself, why do I have these desires? Are they authentic to me? Do I really like them? Or were they put on me by the school system? Were they put on me by my parents? Were they put on me by society? Once you continue to go deeper, you go deeper and deeper until you hit those reasons, you hit those tasks that you love to do, and you're finally like, oh shit, this is just me. That's when you've got it. Another way to find out these tasks are through understanding flow. Flow is basically being in the zone. We've all heard that when athletes say, oh yeah, I'm in the zone. You know why that is? It's that kinesthetic intelligence. And because they're naturally pulled towards that, their mind is just completely empty. They don't have thoughts about high school. They don't have thoughts about the past, about the future. They're completely in the moment, completely present. And that 100% presence, it makes time fly. We've all heard of runner's high. That's flow. That's being in the zone. What are these tasks that you perform that you feel like you could just do for hours and it felt like 20 minutes went by? For me, that's recording videos. For me, that's learning. For me, that's listening to people. Having one-on-one conversations, having maybe 1 to like 5 people, having a small group. I've always loved to just listen and to understand, to comprehend. And then I also love to deliver, whether that's through speaking or through writing. Now, I'm much more of a speaker, and I'm much more of a physical writer than a digital one. But when I understood that, I was like, oh, wow, this is why I love to learn and to teach. People would always tell me in school, it was like, you know, Jaden, you would actually be a good teacher, whether it was my friends or my actual teachers. And I was like, yeah, I could see myself being a teacher. They just don't make any money. And money isn't everything, but I'm not going to kill myself over, let's face it, rotten kids for no pay. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I've always been an artist at heart. And I've always wanted to build something of my own rather than have to work for somebody else. What are these tasks that you just completely fall into? Maybe it's making music. Maybe it's listening to music. Maybe it's learning. Maybe it's running. Maybe it's swimming. What are these things that you just feel naturally inclined to, that when you're doing, the time absolutely flies away? Those are the tasks that you should be performing on the daily basis. That is a part of your gift that you have to give to the world. And the more you give your gift to the world, when you show up every day, even if it's just for 15, 30 minutes, an hour every day, you just show up every day and you give your gift to the best of your ability, that is going to give you fulfillment. When I'm making these videos every day, I'm better than I've ever been. I feel amazing when I'm making YouTube videos. It's the best thing ever to me, I swear. And that's why I don't ever want to stop. I might be 60 years old. I probably won't be uploading daily. maybe a week, every other week. I don't know. But I don't ever see myself stopping to play this game, dropping out of this game. Because the times I've dropped out of this game, I was low. And the times I've been at my peak, December of 2023, I was uploading every day. I was learning every day. I was making YouTube videos every day. I was combining my ability to use my logical, use my critical thinking, and to use my empathy, use my interpersonal skills, bring them together, and deliver a message to people. If you want to find out what your strengths are, if you don't understand still, I'm going to link the test that I took, first link in the description. Go check that out. You're not unintelligent. The system failed you. All right? My name is Jaden. Call me Jay. You can call me JC. You can call me Dubs. My mission is just to help as many people as possible. If you feel inclined with that, you enjoy that mission, that message resonates with you, go click on that second link in the description. Go join my free community of people of like-minded, people who love to learn, who love to improve themselves. I also have a free journaling course in there. Stay blessed. Keep hustling. Big Dubs.